Two winter storms are about to hit the United States. This is putting tens of millions of people in harm's way. What we are now hearing is that multiple states will be in 0 degree or lower temperatures. Yes, below zero, sub-zero temperatures. Let that sink in, because that is going to pretty much lock down many cities. It will keep people at home, but it's also going to put a bigger toll on our power grids. So keep all this in mind. I will give you some warnings at the end, but first I want to explain what is going on and who will be impacted. So I'll get to that in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So yes, we are about to see 30 states warned that we will be in sub-zero temperatures. This is going to be insane. Just look at this. It says temperatures will plummet as Arctic outbreak brings frigid weather to much of the U.S. It says the bitter cold will begin Sunday and last through most of the week. This is where many people are concerned because of the length. Not necessarily because it's just the frigid temperatures, but because the length of it as well. Most states, most cities are capable of handling a little bit of cold weather for several hours or a day or two. But when it happens for 3, 4, 5, 6 days, that's where it becomes a huge concern. Now let me play this for you so that you can see exactly where it's going to be hitting. Look at this.
Watching the storm develop throughout the next 24 hours, sweeping across all the eastern states. However, it's not the storm that we're even concerned about. It's the cold, dense air on the back end of this strong system. And as you take a look behind me, we're going to show you it right now. It's this polar vortex that we're concerned about when it comes to temperatures about 20 to 30 degrees below freezing when it comes to that wind chill factor. So here's what we're dealing with.
That's big. 20 to 30 degrees below zero. Let's keep listening.
Heading into our Saturday forecast, many of us now wrapping up school and work, heading into what would be a pleasant weekend if we didn't have this monster of a storm. It's going to be a chilly setup. So what's important to note is maybe gearing up now, preparing now with just some extra food, some heaters in the house, and bundle up and take it slow, because from New Mexico all the way up into areas like the Dakotas, we're going to be seeing temperatures well below average for this time of year. And we're getting a fair share of snow too along the Rockies. I mean, we can see anywhere up to around 8 inches. In some of these areas like Pueblo, all the way over into Denver, they're getting closer to 6 inches of snow. Now, here's our daytime highs today compared to tomorrow. Notice how we cool down significantly. I mean, Bismarck and Minneapolis already down to around 3 to 8 degrees. We advanced the clock all the way into Sunday. Now we're in the freezing temperatures. I mean, -1 degrees near Bismarck, a similar trend all the way over into Minnesota too. And, you know, my Florida.
Now, I do want to show you one other thing, because yeah, they're going over kind of what it looks like Saturday, Sunday. Monday's a big one too, all right? Look at this right here. This is Saturday, okay? And the reason why I want to show you this is simple. You see over in Seattle, 32 degrees. Los Angeles, 52 degrees. Albuquerque, 35 degrees. Dallas, 37 degrees. New Orleans is 68 degrees. You can see it right there. 53 degrees in Atlanta, 36 in Louisville. 25 in Detroit, -11 in Minneapolis, Bismarck, -16. Okay, that's just Saturday. Then we come on into Sunday, right? Minneapolis, -27 degrees. Omaha, Nebraska, -8. Kansas City, 0. Denver, 3. Okay, Sacramento, 43. Albuquerque, 28. Okay, over in Detroit, it's 4. New York, 31 degrees. Now, let's go to Monday. Okay, this is the big one. So right there you can see it. You know, Portland, Oregon, 26 degrees. Missoula, 9. Bismarck, -33 with a high of -4. Minneapolis, -27 with a high of -6. Detroit, -9, a high of 10. But New York, 13 degrees with a high of 27. Boston, 15 degrees with a high of 26. But here's the big thing, okay? And the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is simple. We've been seeing these warnings all over. But what we've been finding out is that many cities are not prepared. Many cities are not putting down de-icer. You know, they don't have it. They don't have the quantity that they need. They're not. They don't have enough plows for the states that are getting some snow, which is, in some states it's very odd that they're getting snow, but they don't have plows, so it's making those roads almost impassable. But here's another big one. A lot of people are traveling. They're trying to get around the country. Well, why? Well, this storm is headed towards the northeast. This includes Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and also Boston. Now, a big one. What's happening in Washington, D.C.? Because what we know, just yesterday, it was announced that the Trump inauguration ceremony is moving inside the Capitol dome due to freezing temperatures. Well, here's the reason it's a huge concern. Many people are going to the inauguration to see Donald Trump become the next president of the United States, 47th president of the United States. They were expecting that we could see anywhere from 300 to 500,000 people travel to Washington, D.C. to watch this in person. Now, because of this move where now the inauguration will be moved inside the Capitol dome, this means it's off limits to the public. The public will not be able to watch this. So those hundreds of thousands of people that were traveling to Washington, D.C. now are going to be standing outside. But they are having an event. It's going to be held at the Capital One Stadium or arena, and it only holds about 20,000 people. So the concern there is they were originally planning, and they ticketed 220,000 people to watch the inauguration. However, there's only going to be able to, about 20,000 people will see it. That is a huge concern. So now there's a bunch of overflow, potentially hundreds of thousands of people. So just so you understand, these storms, this is serious. Okay, temperatures are going to drop Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and it's going to kind of linger into the remaining days of the week. But keep this in mind, that many cities are not prepared, many people are not prepared. Make sure you have multiple layers. Have on, a little, throw something over, a little jacket, have a larger jacket, maybe a puffer coat, something, right? Just make sure you are staying warm. And I bring this up because what we've seen over the past several weeks is hospitals in many locations are almost overwhelmed. And they're overwhelmed because of this quademic, right? The norovirus, COVID, RSV, the flu, right? They're concerned there because if more people are coming in because of pneumonia, because of, the hypothermia, well, that's a problem because they don't have the capabilities of handling this huge influx of people. So just wanted to give you that warning. Make sure you guys are staying safe. And like that meteorologist was saying, make sure you have some extra food on hand. Make sure you have heaters. I recommend this in every one of my videos. Make sure you have a little buddy heater. Okay, the Mr. Buddy heaters. They're small, portable. They use propane. Great little heaters as a backup, but also carry around in your home. Make sure you have an electric heater, something that you can plug in. Okay, I have several. I keep them on hand just in case. I also have extra air conditioners just in case something were to happen to my home's air conditioner or my home's heater. I can plug in. It's not overworked, and everybody is safe. So that's just my advice. Also, make sure you have food and water because that's just invaluable as well. So if you have any questions on this, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. I will try to keep you updated. If we see a big shift in the temperatures, in the weather, I will come back on and I will create an update as well. Because again, the first thing you need to understand is how can you be best prepared to handle these cold temperatures. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.